Good morning. I'm back on the Art Loeb trail. Dark 30. It just got done raining, but it's supposed to be clear today, so it's going to be a little slick probably in the beginning, but it's going to be clearing out as the day goes. Gloucester Gap is where I'm starting. We'll have about 20 miles left here on part 2 of the Art Loeb Trail. Again, if you did not watch the first one, I am not through hiking this. I'm just doing some recon because this is one of the trails that's still, or that is open right now in North Carolina. So doing some recon on damage, so y'all could see what it's like. So far, so good on day 1. Here on day 2 is the bigger mountains. I think I summit 4 6,000 plus foot mountains today. Looking forward to the views and the climbs. You know me, loving to get on the top. I keep looking up here because the light is starting to come through a little bit, so you can see a little bit of the clouds and the light. Just kind of checking it out, getting ready to climb up. Going that direction there. There's another vehicle out here. This dirt road coming up here, 475, Forest Service Road 475, was a little rough at times, definitely damaged in the storm. Very narrow. Yeah, some washout areas, but got here. It was pretty safe, just got to take it super slow. All right, let's get on the trail and get hiking the rest of the Art Loeb today. Can't wait. Just a little bit into the morning. Sun's starting to pop up with some nice sunrise. Skies over the trees, or in between the trees, I should say, over the mountains behind me. Oh, beautiful views out there. I don't know if you can see it, but the clouds and fog are in between those peaks in the valley. Oh yeah, that's going to be some good views today, I believe. There's going to be some wide open views in the second half. Black Balsam Knob is a bald, so there's going to be some great views there. Wow, I don't know if you could see that. That is gorgeous. I've just started. Still got 19 point something miles to go. It doesn't waste time climbing though. It's about 3,000 feet at the gap, and I think it's about just 8 miles. I'm going to be up to 6,200 at Black Balsam Knob, which is the highest point of this 30-mile trail. Oh, that's beautiful out there. But it's a nice mild day, about 50 degrees right now. I think it's supposed to be in the mid 50s, but I'm going to be up above 6,000 most of the time. So it's going to be about 40, 45 most likely for the majority of my day, and should get done some point in mid or late afternoon today. Really looking forward to seeing the views that are already killer. I just walked up this hill for half a mile, about 300 feet of elevation, just so I could realize that my sunglasses were still in the truck. Yeah. Oh, there's few things that I can do without, or there's a lot of things I could do without. There's a few things that I need to have with me. One, the sunglasses. I get a lot of headaches, and it's going to be a sunny day, and I'm going to be above 6,000 feet of elevation for a good portion of it, and those are very conducive for headaches. I need my sunglasses to help shield some of the brightness out of my eyes, since it's going to be a clear sunny day. So I had to go all the way back down to the truck to get the sunglasses. Annoying problems I don't have when I'm through hiking is I don't have to go back to a truck to get my stuff. Jeez, I'm just so discombobulated when I don't have everything that I'm going to need for months in my backpack. Got some here, got some there in the truck, got some at the house. Oh well, If I forgot anything else, screw it. I'm going forward, not going back down again, adding more miles or elevation to what I'm already doing today. Getting a little breathy on the second one here. First little hump is a little steep. I don't know if you can see the views. They're very minimal right now, but they're still beautiful. Something weird about the trail here, right at the gap, Gloucester gap, on all trails for the Art Loeb, it kind of goes off to the left, to the west. But for some reason, it does a bypass on all trails going to the right for about a mile section. I'm staying on the Art Loeb. Already did a half a mile of it. So I hope it's not for a bad reason. I mean, you would think there would be trail closure signs or something if something was bad up here, but that's why I'm out here anyways, to recon. So staying on the Art Loeb, seeing what's up here. One way to find out. Worst case scenario, I have to backtrack. Already done that, I'm experienced. Back on trail now, according to all trails. I've been on trail the whole time. It's been blazed. It's been looking like a trail. The thing that was intersecting and that it was going around, that it wanted me to go on, was a forest road. It's odd. It wanted me to go around the right side of this mountain on a forest road, and then a forest road comes back and zigzags and crosses the trail a couple times. He was trying to get me to turn on those zigzags, but I was staying on the trail. This is just more straight up. So apparently somewhere along the way on all trails, they try to make it easier on hikers. I'm not all about easy at all. So I stayed on the trail and did a straight up climb. And now it's merged again. And according to all trails, I'm back on the trail. Even though I've been on the trail the whole time. I'm climbing this right now. It's really quite steep. I don't know if you can tell. This one has little switchbacks. I mean, they're almost like zigzags more than they are switchbacks. It goes, doesn't even go from one side of this hill to the other on the ridge line. Just keeps going up though, and you can tell by the diagram it's definitely the steepest one. It's not as high as what I'm going to be getting to. I think it's like 4,700, but it doesn't have a name on it, so I don't know if it's a mountain or if it's part of another mountain, and I'm just kind of wrapping around the summit. Can't really tell as of yet. Probably will once I get up there, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be putting anything in the bag here on this one. Just going to be having a nice intense climb, but the views are beautiful, even though I'm in the trees right now. Nice and steep. Beautiful. Climbing up that steep hill, I did find out what it is. Pilot Mountain is what I'm climbing right now. It's a 5,000 footer. Real steep in the beginning. Now it's a little more gradual, but there's some rock faces and slippery stuff coming up here to the summit as I just passed another hiker going the other direction who knew me from YouTube. It was a pleasure meeting you, 5-0. That's his trail name. He thru hiked the AT back in 2020. Has a YouTube channel. Normally I don't plug or talk about people's YouTube channels unless I've seen the channel myself, but we talked for a good 5 or 10 minutes. Real nice guy. So check out his YouTube channel. See some of his stuff. Jason Hikes is the name of his YouTube channel. But pleasure meeting you, 5-0. Have a great rest of your hike. And we talked about the trail. He camped out here last night, and unfortunately in the rain, but there is a shelter up here after Pilot Mountain that he was able to stay at, get out of the rain, so that's good. It's a beautiful day today, though. That was the only chance of rain till Thursday, I believe. This is Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And supposedly it's going to rain on Thanksgiving, but that could change 14 times before then. So in case I forget, for those of you who are not going to see me before, happy Thanksgiving. I wish the best for all you and your family, and have a great holiday season. And whether it's Thanksgiving or not, let's always remember to be thankful for every single thing we have in life. These mountains, this nature, the actual air that's in our lungs to help us breathe, which doesn't seem like there's much there right now. I'm joking. Just panting a little bit because I'm talking. So much to be thankful for. I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for love. I'm thankful for destiny. I'm thankful for so much in my life. It's got me to where I am, and my will and desire to keep on going. And I thank God that he gave me this desire to keep on going and to live life to its fullest. I won't take a day for granted in my life. I've learned a lot through the struggles and trials. And I'm gonna live every day to its fullest that I can. All right, let's get up to the summit. Standing on the summit of Pilot Mountain. A nice, steep climb. One of the few times I'm happy for zigzags and switchbacks. Absolutely epic views over on this side. A little stormy over there. I don't know if I'm going that direction or if that's more west. I think I'm going over here somewhere, but I might even be going over that direction, but somewhere over there. But those crests are all kind of socked in at the top with clouds. A little more cloud over here. Here, you got the beautiful views. About 2,100 feet of elevation so far in less than 3 miles. But this first beautiful summit with beautiful views at over 5,000 feet of elevation, Pilot Mountain, is in the bag. There's a bear box and a shelter. Deep gap shelter. Might be the only one on this trail. I don't really know. It looks like a nice enough shelter. Looks like a few camp sites around here. Plenty of places to sit on these logs and a fire pit. Pretty nice little spot. I'm not staying here because I'm walking up mountains. So let's do that. Nice wide section of trail here. Pretty flat. Coming down from Pilot, which is right there. A little bit of flatness and slight descent before making the big climb, the next big climb, I should say. I think it's the last big climb, and that would be going up Black Balsam. And then from there, you just step a 6,000 little ups and downs. When I say little, I mean not 2,000 footers or 2,000 feet up and down, just, a few hundred feet up and down going over the next few summits. When the views open up, hopefully they will, because there's a lot of clouds out there, as you can see, little dark clouds. So might be socked in. I'm hoping not. Hoping it's more like there. Nothing wrong with a little cruisy though, right before you make the next big climb. So right up there was that rock that you just seen me go by on the trail. And up here on that tree, right there, you can see, here, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see the blazes. Right there, the trail continues. However, right here is another forest type of road. And according to all trails, this is where I was supposed to be. And that is not the Art Loeb Trail. This is the Art Loeb Trail. Continues over there. And then over here goes a different trail. It looks like it says Farlow Gap Trail. That's marked. It's not the Farlow Gap Trail there, or it is, and it merges with the forest road. The thing is it's not the Art Loeb Trail. So All Trails is all screwed up on this particular section. It keeps having the trail go along forest roads instead of the actual trail. You really have to pay attention out here. And here goes another trail. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. This is where it goes. And then, so right there's where that tree was. Oh my goodness. And then this is, I guess, a forest road continuing on there. And this is where the trail goes, because right there you could see, well, I don't know why I'm stopping. Just keep walking. You can see the blaze that I'm seeing right there on that tree. The blazes are not as prevalent. And the last time they were updated, according to a website, which this is the first time I've ever seen this before on anything, it was updated 2019. So obviously some of them are quite faded. There is a section here that I will be coming to where there are no blazes. So that should be fun, since there's all these intersecting trails and it doesn't let you know which trail is which. So then you have to go according to maps, and I prefer the digital maps because that shows where I am, shows if you got off trail, pretty easy how to get back on. However, that might not work this time, as All Trails is not accurate. First time I've ever seen this actually with All Trails. It's just completely off on, I'd say, about 50% of the trail so far today. Keeps having me go down forest roads instead of the actual trail. Nuts. Just be warned if you're using all trails out here. Getting a little more roots and rocks climbing this section, or climbing this mountain here, and starting to get into a cloud or some fog. Figured that would happen at some point today, the way some of these mountains crests look in the distance when I was on top of Pilot. Figured I'd walk into some of those. Hopefully hopefully the sun starts burning it off, and get some really good views up here when I get to that point. We can hope. Here's a big blowdown here. Trail comes up over here and it brings it over here to that blowdown. And then it comes up here, and that tree up there, you could see the blaze turns to the right again. So I think they just took the trail around this right here. As you can see, it's a pretty big one. So I don't know if this just came from the storm or if this was earlier on. I actually have a split right there where you could walk right through it, but apparently they didn't want people doing that, so they just took the trail all the way around it. Nothing too far out of the way, just a little bit, 200 feet maybe. But you could definitely see there's, getting up higher here, there's definitely some more blowdowns that have been cut for the trail. Don't know if there's going to be more blowdowns. The higher I go, getting close to about 5,800 right now. And I've heard that, you know, once you're up on the ridge line of the 6,000 above, there's a certain section there where there's about 20 blowdowns or so. They might have cleared them out by now. That's why I'm out here, to do the recon. Again, I don't know if this is from the storm or if this was before the storm at some other time that's been cut down. But so far, only one blowdown on the trail that I've had to go over. So nothing too bad. And this is where the Art Loeb Trail crosses the Blue Ridge Parkway. 5,000 and something feet in the air. Very, very quiet. Why? Because this particular part of the Blue Ridge Parkway is closed. There's a landslide somewhere. I don't know if it's down this way or here. And they have the road closed because of that. There's some sections of the Blue Ridge Parkway that's open in the 1 hour circumference of Asheville, but this is not one of them. I think all the way down to Brevard is closed. But obviously the Art Loeb Trail is open, so gonna find out where it crosses over here and continue on. And we climb again. Beautiful, beautiful rock formations. One of those times you don't know which way is the trail. I believe it's this way, but there's no blazes yet. But yeah, this looks like the way it is because I see some wooden steps up here. Getting close to the summit of Silver Mine Bald. There's a lot of steps coming up here to Silver Mine. I don't mind it one bit. In fact, I think I'll take it right here. I started coming up that rock, but it was pretty slippery. This is why they have the stairs. Come on, Fortune. Nice and steep, even with the stairs. You can see a little bit through the trees here. The beautiful views of fog. Breeze is kicking up a little bit up here as I get closer to the summit. And it's getting chillier for sure. And this is where the Mountain to Sea Trail crosses. And I think they walked together for a while. Mountain to Sea Trail is right here with that circle blaze. You can see it over here as well. Most of the Mountain Sea Trail in this area of North Carolina is closed. Mountain Sea Trail starts at Clingman's Dome, goes through North Carolina all the way to the water and into the islands of, I forget, there's a certain name there. I can't remember it right now, but goes into the Atlantic, into the barrier islands there, and so forth. Beautiful up here, but it is definitely getting chilly, and that wind's kicking up and the sweat on me. It's going to be about this temperature for probably the next 7-8 miles, as I'm pretty much up at 6,000 for that amount of time on the ridge line, some of it exposed, so it should be kind of chilly. I have 2 different layers I could put on, so I'm good no matter what the temperature is. But it's absolutely beautiful around here, as you can see. Might be at the summit now, I'm not sure. I have to look at the map, but I might have a little bit more climbing to get to Silver Mine, but I'll call it out. Standing at the summit of Silver Mine. I think the summit is actually a little bit over there on the other side of those bushes, but there's no view, so I'm not going to bushwhack through it. I'm basically on it'd be the east side of the summit. No views to be seen through the trees right here. It is a bald, so there would be views if it wasn't completely socked in with fog and clouds right now. But Silver Mine Bald is in the bag.